Hey y'all, I'm coming on here. I don't plan on being on here long. I just wanted to give my opinion on the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I may stop watching until the reunion because this cast is so very toxic. There's a lot of gaslighting. There's a lot of colorism. There's a lot of double standards with this cast. And it's appalling and it's ridiculous. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. It's exhausting. It should not be, as a viewer, exhausting to watch a reality TV show. It should not. It should not be exhausting that every time I come on Real Housewives of Potomac, I'm leaving it feeling uncomfortable and upset. This is supposed to be fun TV. This is supposed to be shady TV. And who's ruining the show? Giselle, Robin, Ashley, and Mia. And you want to know why they're ruining the show? They're ruining the show because they click up so bad to try to gaslight the other woman, more specifically, the darker skinned cast members. That's ruining the show. If you think about Real Housewives of Atlanta and the other Real Housewives show, you can have these girls scream, yell. Sometimes they throw shit. I don't agree with the throwing shit or hand stuff or none of that. But I'm just saying, you can have them do all of that. And then the next moment, they're back together. It's not made into a fucking debate with these fans. It's not manipulating situations with these fans. It's not the fucking producers consistently playing favorites. It's not. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous at this point. It is not fun. It's no longer fun to watch. This whole situation with Candace and Mia, and I'm going to say this to you, Candace. I love you, sis. I go up for you. You're pretty much the show. If you were not on the show, I would not watch the show because all those bitches are boring. However, there is never a time that people should be able to bait you like that, Candace. You had a right to react, but it's the way that you react. Every 5 seconds don't have to be you getting up and you getting angry and doing all that. Let other people show their ass. Let other people show their ass, Candace. Because here's the thing. And I don't fuck with Monique, but they did the same thing with Monique last season that they're doing to you. The only difference is Monique was dumb enough to fight a bitch who was her sister/friend instead of fighting a bitch who was running around spreading rumors about her motherfucking family. And I hope that's brought up because, Giselle, you supposedly don't mention people, kids, and moms when you weaponize, along with Ashley and everyone else, weaponize Dorothy against Candace when we know that Dorothy has abused Candace emotionally and degraded and demeaned her daughter, and y'all use her as a weapon against Candace. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how you said in your confessional and you was going around Potomac spreading rumors saying that that little boy was not Chris's. Monique's son was not Chris's. Let's fucking talk about it. You talk about kids, you talk about everyone because you're a miserable ass bitch. That's what it is. What happened is Giselle's entire life, all she ever had was this. People told her, and I'm not seeing it. I think Giselle's a beautiful girl. She's not the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Y'all just saying that because, once again, in colorist terms, light skin, light eyes mean you all that in a bag of chips. That's the only reason why you're saying it. She's a beautiful girl, but she's not special. Okay? So, all her life, she only had this. Giselle has no talent. She has nothing going for her but this. And now that neck is catching up to that face, and she doesn't know what to do. So Giselle is used to, in that college and that high school thing, the last time when she was important or she felt important or people made her feel important. That's what this show has turned into. Everyone fondling themselves to get under Giselle. And it's upsetting because the producers have made it this way, that everybody has to under Giselle's ass. Here's what bothers me. Last year, Monique was wrong because she should have went after the bitch who was spreading rumors about her motherfucking son. However, the way that they gaslit Monique, you included, Candace, because let's be clear. Seeing you this episode, all those motherfucking tears and shit last year, I'm not here for it. I'm okay with you crying when you upset, go ahead. But all that tears and the sticky notes and all that stuff, that's working against your ass. What you should have just did was say, I don't fuck with that bitch no more because of what she did at the reunion. Y'all should have had a moment. You should have told her about herself and moved the fuck on. All that police reports and stuff is making you look like a hypocrite. I'm not understanding how Giselle and Robin and Ashley and everyone else can be nasty and disgusting and say the worst shit ever and their hands go clean. But Candace and Monique and all these other people are getting the most backlash. And I don't even go up for Monique because the bitch is crazy. But I'm just saying, the same way they gaslit Monique last season, they're doing to Candace. Candace, work on your reactions. You're a grown-ass woman. There should be no reason why every single season somebody is able to bait you and you give them exactly what they want. You need to control your anger. Mia don't need to be on another season. Mia's a fake ass bitch, a rundown, broken ass hoe who got on this show by sleeping with married men after married men after married men until she got with G, who probably left his wife at the time to be with her. The bitch don't have nothing going for herself, but that she married a wealthy man who walks all over her. Remember the bitch who isn't bisexual, who lets him go get other women to come into the bedroom that she supposedly watches? Yeah, that bitch. You watched the show, you was a fan of the show, and you knew who to go at, which was Candace. But you wasn't expecting her to always eat your ass up the way that she did. So what did? You started that victim shit. At the end of the day, it's never acceptable to go up to anybody's mother and ask them anything about their finances. You don't know that girl. So you doing that was wrong. Candace said your mama. That's not normally what she says. She says your mama because you went up to her mother and did some slick ass, nasty ass shit. You started this. You deserved everything you motherfucking got. And you tried to manipulate the situation when y'all screaming and yelling at each other, talking about my mother was an addict. In between y'all screaming and yelling at each other. You should have said that shit upstairs when she was telling you how she felt instead of trying to get smart, starting something that your ass couldn't finish because you couldn't keep up with her mouth. Let's talk about putting hands on people. Ashley with her big ass motherfucking forehead, Pennywise, that's the perfect character that not only resembles her, but her fucking actions. When she sat up there and said about Monique, and yeah, we going back to season 3. When you said about Monique that she was drunk and she drove her shit into a ditch and tried to correlate her having a miscarriage to that, I don't give a fuck how many apologies you try to give, bitch, ain't no apology. That shit was nasty. That's mean, malicious, and low down. Giselle, you talking about people, kids, and their families, and their husbands every 5 seconds because you miserable as fuck. And life told you, Giselle, because you have this, you're supposed to be the best in everything. And then you got on this show, and you have Wendy, who has a good marriage and is accomplished. You have Candace, who is very accomplished and gorgeous as fuck. You had Monique, who was gorgeous as fuck and had a rich-ass husband. You had all these darker skin toned in comparison to you girls who were better than you and better in life at you, and you were jealous. Because colorism, white society, and how they play into colorism and racism said that you were deemed acceptable enough that you should be better than them. That's what it is. That's what it is. How y'all sat there and said, oh, Candace provoke. Candace don't provoke shit. What Candace does is she helps to escalate situations because she can't control herself. Provoking is what y'all do when y'all go around and y'all be fucking in people's lives and doing all that nasty shit to them. That's provoking. Candace don't even be starting with nobody. But she finishes it. But Candace has to learn how to control her temper because she helps to escalate situations. She don't provoke it. We not going to make the darker skinned woman seem like they aggressive and they wrong. Somebody needs, if we're talking about mouths and whose ass needs to be beat, y'all would have had gotten your ass beat tenfold then, if that's what we're talking about. Karen is a snake ass old bitch too. Karen shouldn't even be on the show. You 60 years old acting like this, wanting to be around with these young girls. Come on. Like this show, I'm telling y'all, this show, I'm not watching no more episodes. Reality TV shouldn't make you feel like this. The gaslighting. Go Candace's mouth. I don't watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. Have you guys? Candace's mouth ain't different than nobody's. But y'all just mad because y'all have this young, privileged, gorgeous ass, dark-skinned woman who be eating y'all ass up and y'all can't get together. Candace, and I'm going to tell you like this, you better come to that reunion and read those hoes down. And you need to start with Giselle and motherfucking Robin. Ashley with her predator husband needs to be off the show. I'm sick of this shit. Y'all make the show not fun to watch. We need to demote Robin to a friend or take her off the show. Get Ashley off the show. Bring in one or two new people. Have Giselle stand on her own. Let's see how Giselle fears when she has to stand on her own and she doesn't have that audience. Let's see how Mia fears when there's not that cliquey 4 people always against 1 or 2 people. Because you know the bitch ain't smart. Let's see how Karen fears when her storyline can't be her anger at Giselle. Let's see that. Let's see some more stuff. Because at this point, y'all not getting me to where I need to be with entertainment. This shit frustrating as fuck. The gaslighting, the colorism, the stupid shit, it's frustrating as fuck. And I'll go more in depth, but that's just how I feel about Potomac in general. And let me get on you, Chris Bassett, Candace's husband, because I go up for Candace. Your behavior was deplorable. I understand wanting to calm Candace down. Do not ever in your motherfucking life grab a woman like that again. Let's be very clear. Don't grab her like that. Ashley baited the fuck out of Candace at that table. And you sitting here going up, you look good after the baby, Ashley. Oh, Ashley answering her fucking questions. And now she on Watch What Happens Live saying she felt uncomfortable you gripping her up. They're painting you as a motherfucking abuser. Do y'all not know Ashley's game yet to deflect from her nasty ass husband? Have Candace back. You see Candace? I'm telling you, your mom and your husband ain't here for you. Go get you a rich husband. And now I'm going to say it. Because I used to try to go up for Chris, but I ain't like that. Because it came across like you were against her too. And half the time, most of her arguments come because you ain't the nigga with all the money. That's what most of her arguments come, her defending your ass. Because someone always wants to disrespect you. So let's talk about it. Don't ever in your life put your hand on Candace like that again, like you did at that motherfucking table. You don't need to handle her. What you should have told Ashley at that table is, we're not talking about that anymore. They will handle that on their own, Ashley. That would have shut all that shit down. You let her say that shit. You let her bait your wife. And then you was telling your wife to shut up, making her look like the bad person. Don't you ever in your life put your hands on Candace like that again. And it doesn't look good. And I'm saying it as a black woman who is also with a white man. Let me have been at a table and Patrick had put his hands on me like that and another black man was around. And another black man was around. My best friend or a cousin or whoever was around. And yeah, I'm going to go there. Let's see how that would have fared. Don't put your motherfucking hands on her like that again. And have your wife's back. Ashley ain't never go up for you, and now they making you seem like an abuser. But that's what your dumb ass get. Focus on going and paying bills. Focus on your finances. Now I'm going to go there. And I never thought you was no broke guy or nothing. But you too in this shit. Focus on that. You should have sat there and said, that has nothing to do with you, Ashley. And they'll talk about it. Now you got me thinking what you be doing, Chris. Now you got me thinking what you be doing. And I go up for Candace. And I normally like you. But that behavior at that table, absolutely not. Candace, let me tell you something. You're too gorgeous. You're too talented. You're too intelligent. Start playing the motherfucking game. Come on here and show your shit. And I wouldn't even be surprised if eventually you get a new husband. And I'm going to say it. Because that behavior, it seems like you went from your toxic ass mom to a toxic ass husband. Patrick would never in life be able to talk to me like that. And that's all I got to say. I'm sick of Potomac. I'm about to stop watching it for a while. I watched the reunion. I only ever watched it for Candace. And for some reason, Candace doesn't come back next season, then I'm not watching the show at all. It's the most colorless, toxic, ridiculous ass show. And I'm done with it. Have a nice day, y'all.